Good morning. Thank goodness there's not 13 days of Christmas, otherwise I'd be buggered. So 13 then, it's the Scorpio, it's the death card. People always get frightened of the death card, but it's nothing to fear. For some it's unlucky, for others they don't see it as such. Same with black cats and other mysterious superstitions. About death, rebirth, your comfort zone, or coming out of it. And they've been wanting us to come out of it, haven't they? So let's see what they have to say. Scorpio energy. So those living or past birthday, date for your diary or an address. Possibly. All the numbers are, whenever I tell you them. So, because spirits speak with numbers. Numerology. Very important way they can communicate with you. There it is. We're coming up. We started far off and now we're getting closer and closer to whatever this is, this ending. Because somebody is obviously very confused. Yeah. Injustice and legal matters. Libra especially, which is partnerships, open enemies, the law, the lines, marital home. Oh dear, she's there again. Mama. And the ancestors. So, it's direct message from Mum if you're in spirit. She's not happy. This has got to stop, whatever this is. Arguments with a woman. Nothing can grow in barren land. You're wasting your breath on something that was long dead. Stop it. Stop grieving it. Stop worrying about it. There's no growth here. Stagnation. We've got the Scorpio and the Aries there in the Hawk. We've got Remembrance Day. We've got those in uniform. We've got November the 11th, May the 31st, Memorial Day, Poppies, the name Poppy, the name Abigail, Greg, Elaine, Natasha, Josh, and Lauren. For me, but it may mean something else for you. This is infertility, agriculture. Mother Earth is crying, or Mother in the sky or on land. The answer is yes to whatever your question is. You must turn your back on everything you've ever known or believed to be true to follow your true life purpose. So now we have the 3 and the 30, the 9 and the 27. So it could be the end of this month. We have Walter, we have Millie, we have 2 snakes. Those born in the year of the snake, possibly. You will not walk this next part of the journey alone. Spirit will send somebody in spirit or the flesh to walk with you. If I didn't say Walter, this is my granddad. If you haven't looked at the post when I talked about my granddad, my first son, really of spirit, that I understood later, not at the time, because I never knew my granddad in life. So you have many guides. You have one main guide, but you have many guides to guide you through situations that they have experienced themselves, be it illness or whatever. Because this is health issues, it is hospital doors, also any or all of those. It could be the abdomen, the intestines, but it's also going within. It's going with your gut, listening to your own instincts, no one else's. Because this is an unjust situation, an unfair legal matter, an imbalance. Libra, open enemies. Number 11. negative energy, and violence or confused mind. People getting bad advice from doctors, priests, or lawyers. Or somebody needs therapy. There is a confused mind here. A violent man, perhaps. You need to end this. Stop it now. Come out of your comfort zone. Stop whatever it is that's gone on, because it's not growing. There's a narcissist involved, and the truth will set you free. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Success. The truth. Severing ties with what no longer serves you. So 11, 3 and 30, negative. 9 and 27, positive. That's the Buddha card. He left all the riches behind. The castle with his family. Everything that he once thought he needed. But we build ivory towers that become prisons for us. And eventually we realise that we can't take it with us, and that what matters is spirituality, your happiness, your kindness, whatever. People don't remember what you had, they remember how you made them feel, and that's the most important thing. And whoever this is being unfair and unjust. Yeah, something is being exposed. Blockages will be removed. Leo energy, Karen, children, travel. Yeah, there's been a hard lesson that we have to learn, and we will be put through the ringer. Tony, Philip, hard lessons to learn. You'll be battered and battered and battered, and come out the other side much stronger and much clearer in your mind than you ever was before. Be careful of your health, working too much for others, possibly two brothers watching over while you struggle, or two people. You're burning the candle at both ends to meet the needs of others, and it could cause your health to suffer. This nightmare should be over within 9 weeks. But the cage door has always been open. You could have left at any time. Sleepless nights. A heavy burden to carry. And it probably wasn't yours to start with. Yeah, don't act in haste because you repent at leisure. Again, Sagittarius energy, we've got it there. Somebody has a lesson to learn. Unfinished business. Yeah, there's been lies, deceit and theft. And somebody is poking a hornet's nest. They are not going to come out of this in a good way. This chapter needs to end. It's an ongoing cycle that's been going far too long. Delays in this travel. And it's all about the money. Capricorn energy, ambition, greed, whatever it is. Somebody wants to be secure in the old age. But this is a good friend and a generous one. So it's not in the negative, it's in the positive. Somebody has earned the right to a happy retirement. They've made this themselves. A businessman, perhaps somebody who's earned this, and they share it. So possibly a man in uniform, but a good man. He deserves this retirement. Yeah, again, the confused mind, something coming between you and what you want. Heartache, sorrow, loss and separation, grief, minor surgery. Oh, and I forgot to say, the song is the first cut, is the deepest. So that would go with the surgery. The doctors are making wrong decisions. Somebody's deliberately blocking your path with words or thoughts. You must do the right thing now. You must draw a line in the sand because you are reaping the rewards of what you did in the past, with it intentionally or unintentionally. This is the equivalent to that little crone that I like in the green deck who will chuck you off the cliff. She has no sympathy. She will see the lies you tell yourself. She's saying, ready or not, she's going to chuck you off that cliff so that she'll rip your insides out. So this isn't going to be nice. But it'll be worth it. You are planting the seeds now for the future. So do the right thing now, or wrongdoers will find that they come to a sticky end. It's the apple tree. We do not chop the apple tree down because it hasn't brought us many apples. We prune the branches that look nasty and we feed the roots for a better crop later on. You have to learn that lesson. Do the right thing. These are not your people. These are not your tribe. The ones that you're slogging your guts out for. There'll be no gifts, no remembering you at Christmas. But we don't give to receive anyway. But this is not your people, not your tribe. There are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. You need to heal from this passing, from this grief, from this ending. Enough is enough. What's done is done. It's time to end this now. There could be for some a Christmas passing, and if that's the case, I'm really sorry because I understand. But it is a release. It is just a shell. The spirit lives on. Yeah, somebody is impatient here. Their ships won't come in if they demand things to be their way. Again, you are profiting someone else, not yourself. Yeah. Dreams of worldly goods or options. You have many options. You can do the right thing or not. You can be greedy or not. But you won't have restful sleep until you do the right thing. Again, something is going to be illuminated. 19 and 21. We've got Robert. We've got Karen. This is travel, children. Something that brings back happiness. But there is someone here that's all mouth in their trousers, doesn't do what they say they're going to do, and is dishonouring the dead. All mouth in their trousers. A fire sign, male, possibly Aries. So, let's have a look. 7 years is mentioned, 10 weeks. We've got Leo, it's mentioned more than once. We've got the Sun, which is that card twice. And we've got the number 2. Second house of Taurus. The truth will out. Taurus is where there's stagnation. Nothing can grow in barren lands. It's how people see their value, their worth. And if it's only in material things, then there's sadly something wrong. Second house. Fixed signs, the neck and throat, banks, green, the material world, wealth, worldly goods, personal resources, possessions, security, values, self-worth and material values, spending. The second house is where your sense of individuality is reinforced. your solid sense of self-worth. This person has no self-worth at all, fire sign. Some people see their worth only in what they own. It's whether money comes easily or has to be worked for. It has to be worked for. It can't just be held in your lap. So he's worked for that. He earned it. The second house is concerned with security. For some people, this security comes from external possessions that give a sense of personal substance. And that's not what they want you to think about. Most usually a house or a car. For others, security is an inequality, so that they can live anywhere with very little and yet feel safe and secure. The sign and elements on the cusp indicate whether an individual seeks security in a tangible or intangible way. So the signs we've got then. So you can Google these. We've got Sagittarius, obviously Sun. We've got a bit of Libra mentioned, which is the Moon. We've got Sagittarius in Mercury, Venus and Mars. We've got Taurus in Uranus. So the truth is going to cause uproar. We've got a small part of Aries in Chiron, so take action to heal, in Ceres. And we've got Sagittarius in Juno and Taurus in the ascendant and Leo in the descendant. So egos are getting in the way. The Sun in Leo. Exuberant self-expression, outgoing, enthusiastic, benevolent, playful, proud and autocratic. So ideas above the station sometimes. The Sun in Leo recovers quickly from setbacks and is committed taskmaster. So that may be the one that's cracking the whip for you, a Leo. A lot of CEOs have Leo in the chart. So we're going to do one of these. So something is cut deeply, something is hurt, and healing needs to take place. You have to think before you act, and make sure you're doing things for the right reasons, from honesty and clarity of mind. Yeah, there it is, the number 2. There we go. The Oak Guardian. And in the Tower, it is the High Priestess. Daughters, mothers and daughters. It's time for you to not to let any negativity into your aura, be it financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally or physically. If your mind is not open, Spirit will not allow you through. So they're assessing your worth, and they're not doing it through money. They want to see the colour of you, whether you're dishonored dead or not. What can I say about Denver? So Denver, Colorado, in America maybe. The Oak Guardian. Someone is guarding the truth. He is such a patient guide to open that oak door for you. He judges whether you are acceptable to journey through that oak door. Judge. He's judging you. And will only appear when you are ready. You have some lessons to learn first. The door may be small, but surprisingly, you will make it through with ease into the amazing fairyland waiting on the other side. Denver senses why you are here and sees whether you are ready to walk through that threshold and seek the answers you won't find in this reality. Sometimes it takes a different way of seeing things to understand a situation from a different viewpoint. So if somebody here is refusing to see others' point of view, you must come with an open heart, a loving heart, and it's not there. And willingness to step into the unknown with respect and honesty. There is no respect or honesty in this situation. A small door is symbolic of the way we perceive things, narrow-mindedness. Do you see in black and white, or do you allow the flow of other realities into it? The other worlds do not have the limitations of ours, which make it a great place to look for answers that you would not normally find in your own reality. Find an oak tree, or a leaf, or an acorn, or even just an image of one, and meditate on that oak tree, because from little acorns, mighty oaks will grow. And you want this seed to be a positive one, not a negative one. You don't want things to snowball into something that you can't change, that you'll regret, should I say. Ask for its healing and wisdom to guide you on how to enter. Call on Denver to show you the way and step through the threshold into the reality far beyond your own imagination. I'm going to use one of the goddess cards because they kept talking about her with the great jade skirt, so I believe possibly it's time for a change. Spirit are getting bored of the cards as much as you probably are. So let's see. So number 2 is very important. Marcia, Destiny, Lee, Rose, Esme, Beth, Alice. Kelly. Oh, there it is. The equivalent to our friend the hermit. Where's he gone? The grandfathers. The ancestors. Hecate, you are at a crossroads, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Now, Hecate isn't going to be a short one, I believe, because she is a main character. So this might be a long one today. Hecate is a goddess of sacred healing. She is associated with crossroads and magic. Her symbols are a dog, so there's born in the year of the dog, and the flaming torch. So, holding their light up to light your way, so you do not stumble and fall. She has the ability to travel between the unseen world and the seen world, so travelling within or without, but is not subject to either. She governs intuition, your gut instinct, the occult knowledge. She invoked to give protection during dangerous times. So they are protecting you because this is hazardous times with violent people involved. She is traditionally the crone, the little old crone, a wise woman, a walker between the worlds. She was much feared for her magic power, much like Merman, which can be used to heal or protect if she is treated respectfully. It was Hecate who was heard the screams of Persephone, her daughter, when Hades had stolen her to the underworld to be his bride, and went to tell her grieving mother to meet her where she was. Hecate traditionally carries a torch so she can see where others can't, into the dark places of your psyche. So make sure that you're doing the right thing, because if you're not, she will know. Hecate, you weave your magic wherever you go. You send shifts in atmosphere, and easily as others see changes in the sky. You are a woman of subtlety or a man of secrets, minor chords and labyrinths. It's easy for you to know who it is when the phone rings. Like a spider, you sit in the middle of your web, keeping threads of communication linking with your loved ones. But when that person is removed, like when my mum dies, communication stops. You know their joys, their sorrows without having to tell you. As a modern Hecate, you don't necessarily sit at home by the fire with your black cat for company. You may be out in the market using your uncanny intuition to say, buy and sell shares or predict when to change your company marketing strategy. People call you to ask you to send them good wishes for an important interview, and you may enjoy working with alternative healing techniques and improving your psychic skills with the tarot cards. Yes, I do. You may find that it's difficult to put your inner knowing into words. Yes, sometimes. You may be very clearly that candidate as is, you may know very clearly that candidate A is the wrong person for the job, even though on paper they look fine. But how you can convince your colleagues to believe in your gut feeling. The world likes facts that stand up in the light of day, and your very inner, real world is a world of intuition and shadows, not facts and figures, so you have to go with your gut instinct. Your challenge is to try and live with grace in the real world, as you do when floating around in the realm of the unseen. You may need to learn to cope with the mundane realities of paying bills and making sure you have enough of a pension to retire on. There we go. It's time to move to the country and concoct herbal potions. Exactly what I did. Your tendency to withdraw when direct action is called for, like paying a bill, can cause chaos. So don't be sticking the bills behind the clock and ignoring them. Muttering curses to the electricity bill when they fine you for non-payment is not constructive use of your skills, now is it? You have a tendency to brood quietly on your hurts and send out bad vibes. Instead, you may have to learn that other people do not inhabit your subtle, gentle world. Practice and asserting your wishes clearly and loudly and frequently until you are heard, so don't let them dismiss you. Hecate, in love, you are an enchantress, sending out your potent love energy to the object of your desire and drawing him into your power as surely as a spider lures the fly into the web. I'm not sure what's happening, but let's not stop, says the poor besotted object of your desire, and you smile your subtle Hecate smile that says more clearly than words that his fate is sealed and certain. Hecate, in your hasty, there it is. Make sure you haven't fallen in love with the man's potential, not the actual beer drinking, football watching, smelly sock wearing real man. It is all too easy for you to be convinced that he was your knight in shining armour in a former life, and that you were his lady. But in this life you are dealing with now, and how your relationship really is, not how it could be if he would change back into being that shining knight. So, do something kind and thoughtful for an elder of your community. Give him or her a bunch of flowers or simply the gift of your time and attention. When Goddess Hecate appears in your card spread, know that the unseen workings of fate are working their mysterious magic for you. Your life is being shaped in ways not known to you for your present perspective. If you're waiting for something or someone to enter your life, you must visualize it happening, live and in colour. If you have to take a decision involving love or career, imagine that you are at a crossroads. Hecate presides over crossroads, and ask her for help to guide you down that right road. Remember, it may not be the road you want or expect. There is also an element of warning in this card. Beware your potential to spoil or destroy relationships or business partnerships. This is also a card of deep healing, resolution, perhaps in unexpected ways, of problems that have been with you for a very long time. Just accept the generous bounty of the magical goddess Hecate and whisper a respectful thank you. So, honour them by being grateful instead of being ungrateful. So, very interesting today. Very interesting indeed. Walk the path less travelled. Do not keep going around in circles, making the same mistakes. go, April. One for you. So, we are, which is Scorpio, coming out of that cocoon, spreading our wings, and we're about to fly. So, it's 46, which is a 10, which is ending. The butterfly and the snowdrop. And my grandmother's favourite flower was the snowdrop. The blue is my mum's favourite colour, so they're letting us know. They're here, they're watching. They see everything, the kindnesses and unkindnesses, and the way people dishonour others when they're not around anymore to see it. So, there it is. The butterfly and the snowdrop, two symbols of spring. So come spring, we have a new beginning. It reminds us that winter will soon end and hope is on the horizon. Butterflies develop through metamorphosis, transforming from an egg into a larva and then becoming a pupa or chrysalis and finally hatching into an adult. But if somebody cuts them out of that cocoon, their strong wings aren't strong enough and they cannot fly. So you have to be cruel to be kind. The egg stage is so humble and the full-grown butterfly is so astounding. The process can feel like magic. The snowdrop has a bit of magic about it as well. It is one of the first flowers to appear towards the end of winter, signifying that brighter, longer days are around the corner. A period of hardship is coming to a close and better days will be ahead. Take heart in signs of the coming thaw. Have hope. What gives you hope in times of scarcity? So there is hope. Somebody wants you to still have hope. Beautiful read. I'll speak soon. You take care.